English Language 1123, Paper 2, Section E, Directed Writing. And this is where we have got Article Part 1. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me present the overview of article writing. The purpose of an article, whether it's a newspaper article or a magazine article, is often to inform and persuade the reader. Articles give the readers information about certain topics, bringing together and discussing different perspectives to provide a balanced argument which lets the reader make up their own mind about the topic. Articles can also be used to persuade readers that a certain viewpoint is correct. For example, articles in newspaper or magazines might express a particular viewpoint or perspective. This may be positive or negative, depending on the topic. The ways you use language, organize your ideas when writing an article will depend on audience and the purpose you are writing for. Tips for writing an article. Language. Think about the audience that the article is for. When writing an article, you do not usually know your readers personally, and so you will need to think about their likely interest and experience before you write. How you expect or want your audience to react. Remember that the tone of most articles should be semi formal. So, before deciding on your tone, imagine your article being read out loud and how that might sound to your reader. For example, an article reviewing a film may be humorous, even sarcastic, but that would not work well for more serious readers or topics. The purpose for the article is the purpose or reason for writing your article to persuade your reader to agree with you or to invite your readers to think about different points of view and decide for themselves. For example, do you need to sound reliable, well informed, or choose words that strongly convey a particular emotion? How to keep your readers' interest. Imagine boring it would be for your reader if you use the same kind of sentences and simple repetitive vocabulary all the way through your article. Try to include a range of grammatical structures and relevant vocabulary to make sure that your reader wants to keep reading. Organization. Plan a route through your article before you start writing it. The structure of an article is usually in three parts. For example, an introduction, a middle, and end. And you need to organize it for all different parts. An introduction will engage your reader's interest and introduce your argument or the main points of the topic to be discussed. A middle will develop relevant and interesting points about the topic to interest and or convince your readers to think about a particular perspective. An end may draw your points together and leave your reader with a clear impression of the argument you want them to believe or the viewpoints you would like them to consider.